and welcome to my studio. I thought today I would come on and just do a trash to treasure video with you. This is totally unplanned. Usually I know what I'm going to do. I kind of have supplies ready. Today I'm just not sure, but I thought it might be fun to just come on and kind of show how my creative process works. So I was putting away some things in my kitchen, some juices for the grandkids, some trash bags, some Jello, and I had these pieces of packaging in this brown paper sack. So I thought it would be fun to just kind of see what I could make and let this kind of evolve naturally. So it's not going to maybe be as smooth a video as normal when something's really planned and you have all your supplies, because so far this is it. So let's get started. I want to start with these Kool-Aid packages, and I may or may not use all this. I just thought, you know, enough of it to have something to work with. I'm trying to see where this package goes together, right here at the corner. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is get these apart. Excuse my fumble fingers. I've had some, a lot of inflammation this last couple weeks, and so my hands are just not as have the dexterity they need to, just due to inflammation. So it may be a little fumbly, and I apologize for that. Okay, so this could make a really cool little fold out. Maybe that's what we'll do, because that looks like that could be something really cool. I wonder, okay, that's not quite half, but I guess if you kept it this way, it could be a fold out that way. That way it's sort of semi-long enough, if that makes sense. Like if these two go together, and then that folds back, that folds back, that folds back. I don't know if I'm even folding the right way, or if you can even see me. I'm moving way out off the screen. It's been so long since I filmed, it's like, you know, just kind of, yeah, I think we could end up with a cute little, and that could even flap in the middle, kind of like that. And this I'm going to leave like that for a second. And these two could connect, and then this one, let's see, wait, I might want it the opposite way, because I'm thinking this could fold up on itself. I will show you how I'm folding this once I get it folded, because I don't really know what I'm doing here. Somewhere right in there, and I could be scoring this and doing it, you know, really cool, but I'm not. Let's see, and I said these two would connect. No, that can't be right, because I'm wanting one of these to fold up. Okay, I think I got it now, this way, so that this one could fold down over, and there could be a closure to hold it closed. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Let me kind of zoom in just a little bit now that I've kind of figured out the fold, and I'll show you what I've done. So I took one of these, and it's folded basically into thirds. You've got a section here, and a section here. So that's basically folded into thirds. This is going to be the top one. The middle one is again folded into thirds. And the last one is folded to fit this. It's folded, but I'm leaving two end flaps. So I don't know if that makes sense. Leaving two end flaps like this, so that this flaps over the whole thing. So the next thing I want to do is take one of these that's folded in thirds, get any little weird pieces off. Let's see, I've got this one. How did I have this folded? This way. Okay, so we've got it like this. Okay, what you want to end up with is an accordion. Okay, that's what we want to end up with. So I'm going to take some glue and glue these together. I'll do that first. I didn't have my glue prepared because I really wasn't. I was coming out here, I was going to clean, but I decided playing would be more fun. So let's wait on the glue. Sorry. Oh, this is just how things go when you're creating. And I'm going to remove anything that's kind of not wanting to stick. And I'm not going to glue this like all together. I'm going to leave it open at the top, so it's going to be more like a pocket. So I will glue, well, if my glue ever gets down there. Usually I come out here, make sure my glue's right side up, that everything's ready to go. But this is what happens when I just come to play. So I'm putting glue along the bottom and the two sides. There. And I'm going to attach it here. Okay. And I'll probably end up stitching that closed on the machine, and I need to do that again here. So I'm going to, oops, put glue on this one and attach it there. I'm sorry if you can hear the air conditioner noise. It's still pretty warm here. We usually stay warm here until in October, you know, sometimes even longer. Depends on what the situation is. Let's see. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? It goes this way. It's like, what did I do? Okay. I'm knocking other boxes off in case you hear that and you're wondering what is she doing. Now I want to take that paper bag and see, there may not be enough. I may have to add some paper to it. So now we have this big long accordion folded thing. This is going to have to be folded. I think I'm going to fold this over this way and make it into kind of a little, whoops, a little flap this way. So I won't really worry about that right now, but I want that to flap over so that when I attach something to it, it's going to hold it closed. So that's going to be my flap. So I'm going to take that paper bag and see if I can deconstruct it a little bit carefully, and see how much paper I can get out of this to cover this. And if not, I'll find some other papers, and I'll probably add some other papers anyway, but thought I would try to see if I had enough of this paper bag. There's a button in there for the base. That's weird. There's another button in there. More buttons in there. Oh, this is a bag. Oh, I know where those buttons came from. Okay, I was like, why is there a button falling out of this bag? Okay, where's the other seam of this bag? Does it have one? doesn't have it. Okay. So, try to see how I can get the most real estate out of it. It seems like maybe this way would be the best. So, I'll just cut. Oh, there's the seam. I couldn't find it. I couldn't see it. It's right here. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that out without making a mess. I'll just cut it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just try to take this bag and kind of glue it along down each side, as much of it as I can. I don't think there's enough of this paper bag, but I'm going to do that. I'll grab my matte medium and a brush really quick. Okay. I'm just going to brush matte medium on here and try to adhere that paper down. Almost to one section there. If any of it's still loose, I can go back over that. Just want to get it above that blue Kool-Aid area. So that hopefully that kind of sticks down. I can go back over edges later. And I'm just going to use the edge of this to tear and tear the paper off. It doesn't have to be super neat. Okay. Got that one side. Okay. So amazingly, this one paper bag covered the whole thing. Now you're going to see some little areas where I didn't cover it. I'm not worried about that. This is going to have some areas where I'm going to need to work on it as we go, so I'm not worried about that. Now I want to find my folds again. Wherever I had my folds, I can kind of feel them. Let's see, and I know I think this is my flat end. It is. And I want that to come that way. So, or over the whole, no, it's going to go over the whole thing. Okay. So I'm going to kind of take my bone folder, and like I said, there may be some ripples and wrinkles, but this is going to be sort of a rustic top little project, so I don't really care about that. On my next fold, and I'm kind of going to get it back into shape. And I'll be adding some other papers and things to this. This was just to get me a good starting base. Okay. And then this one goes back this way. And some of the paper is a little wrinkly and stuff, but I don't really, you know, it doesn't bother me. My fold's not quite even there. That's okay too. Just kind of wanting to get a base. Like I said, this is a very rustic, sort of grungy project, so, or that's what it is in my head. We'll see how it comes out, won't we? Okay, so we got that folded down. Oops, that's going to need a repair. That glue is wet. Let's take a little bit of this down off the top. Do want to neaten this outer edge up a little bit, because that's going to get crushed when this is folded over. And I'm not going to fold this yet, because once I add to it, it might get a little bulk, so I might have to do a different fold. But this is what you should end up with. You should end up with something like that. You know, if you're using cool packages. But you could do this with any cardboard, with any box, with anything you want to. And I'm trying to decide if I want these paints to go this way or this way. I think I'm going to do it this way. Okay, I'm just going to put some dots of paint here and there. Not anything, just randomly. Oh, this paint doesn't want to... Oh dear. Don't shake it when it's open, you goof. Leave it to me. Just some dots. This is going to get messy. You might want to wear gloves. You might not want to paint yourself. Now you could use a brayer and bray this. I'm not going to do that. This is a little liquid-ish. That must be older. Okay, that'll do for now. I'm going to take this and I'm going to start here on this end, and I'm just going to drag straight through it, okay, all the way down as far as my paint will let me go. And then I'm going to do it again over here just to get some muddy color on here. Drag it back up and see if I can get some up here. And then I'm just going to kind of swish through it a little bit. And this is going to give me some color to go on there really quickly. Y'all are going to miss Sandy. Those are not very pretty colors. They're kind of not, are they? But you know what? We're going to put some gesso on there too. I'm going to have to do a little bit more. I didn't have quite enough to go to the end. Oh my, this paint does not want to come out. Leave that on its head for a second. And then I'm going to drag the rest of this. I'm going to stop and dry it for a second. And this is why I want an extra piece of paper, because when you come to the end, you're going to be dragging it right off. So you need something there to protect your surface. See how it just came right off there? And since there's no gesso or anything underneath here, it's going to absorb really quickly. I'm just going to take this and put this on here, and this will become some kind of collage fodder later on. Okay. I'm going to stop and dry this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now we've got this muddy mess. Get another piece of paper over here to the side. And I want to, I think I'll get a different card since that one's yucky. I want to use some gesso now. So I'm just going to put some gesso out on this little piece of paper here, and I'm just going to, you could dry brush, you could stencil, you can do whatever you want to. I'm just going to pick up some with this card. I'm kind of just dipping into, let me widen back out, I think that would help. Widen back out a little bit. I'm just kind of dipping the edge into this. And I'm just going to start kind of going over and toning down that background. And I'm going to do that all the way down. Okay, after I got the gesso and everything on, I went back over it with just some green. It's not quite dry yet, but you can still see quite a bit of that background, but it's really toned down. And this top is Ceramcoat Wedgewood green. It's one of my favorite greens. Okay, this is dry, and you can see that some of the color has come through. And on the other side, I just flipped it over, and I only did the green. I just spread it with the card all down it, and it's still a little damp here and there. So that's the only thing I did to it, was to put some color on it. And this is going to be the outside. It's a little more colorful, and I could have just done the two sections that we're actually going to show, but I thought, since this is an accordion, to keep it continuous. So this will be the outside, and this will be the inside.